Hey, what up, boys? Today I'm going to show you exactly how to get the full moto kit on your Surron. Alright, boys, I got the whole garage in disarray. I went and got this light mounted up yesterday, so I figured right now was a perfect time to show you guys exactly how to get this front end kit on your Surron. Okay, guys, decision time. I just got this set up right now. This is going to be your Enduro setup if you want to retain the light. And then if you don't want to retain the light and you just want the sleek look, you can run just a full KTM setup. If you want a light, you need to get the Husqvarna TC65 front number plate. If you don't care about the light, you can get away with the KTM 65 number plate. I would probably recommend getting the Husqvarna one and retaining your light. So here's what your bike should look like. You might have KKE forks, obviously, it look a little different. But here's like a stock Surron. And then we want to get these front numbers and the front fenders on this bike. Oh yeah, guys, mind my voice. I just got it back. That's why I've been filming all week. I haven't been able to talk. So we're going to go into this, but if I sound crazy, that's why. To start this whole process, what you're going to want to do is get this direct stem mount riser mounted to your bike with the direct stem mount right here. It's really simple. 4 bolts, unbolts, bolted on. No big deal. This is sold by Prickly. So you guys should be able to mount this up. If you can't mount this up, this is not the video for you. Just turn it off. You guys got this. This is easy. All right, so here is the bread and butter on how this all works. So we've got a direct stem mount here. Gridship actually makes a Moto one, but this is like their mountain bike one, link below. And then right here below it is called a direct stem mount riser. And all it is just a piece of aluminum. Use some longer bolts. Prickly Motorsports sells it. This is the one that has their Baja Designs mount built into it. So right there, bolts on the front. And the hot ticket setup is right through. This normally has a logo right there. We're going to want to drill and tap threads into that. Now you guys might be thinking, oh, I don't know how to drill, I don't know how to tap, whatever. You can go to Harbor Freight, get the stuff cheap. It's like 10 bucks. Get like the standard metric, the Japanese one. Don't get like the standard US whatever. You're going to want to tap and die this. So this direct stem mount is actually a 2-piece part here. So this part unbolts. So what I did was I unbolted this, and then it's got a little Prickly logo right there. See it, like the remnants? That is the perfect spot for it. So you take this thing off, you drill it, you tap and die it with your Harbor Freight kit. Whatever thread you want, just match the bolt up. And that's going to mount up your front number plate. And that's really crucial. If you don't want to do this, you could go into the triple clamps. I would not recommend it. I would buy this from Prickly. I think this is definitely worth the money. So for this video, I'm going to be showing the KTM 65 front number plate. If you're using the Husqvarna one, don't worry. It's going to be the exact same process. They have the same mounting points. One bolt on the top, and then they slide into the front fender. And then what you're going to need with this setup is you're going to need at least a 1-inch spacer right here. So you can either get this at Track Supply or something around your house, 3D print, doesn't even matter. You just need some form of spacer and then a bolt to match whatever you tap and died into your Prickly mount. So for the spacing of it, you're going to want something like this, where you've just got a little bit left there. And the reason why you need a spacer is so it doesn't hit all of this crap. Now we've got this thing set up. We're going to set it aside for a second. We're going to move on to the front number plate, or front fender. Now, if you have the Fastace forks, you're going to have 4 bolts on the bottom here. They're all threaded in. You should have the bolts. If you do have a KKE fork, you're only going to have 3. But in this case, we're only going to use the front 2 bolts. So it doesn't really matter. Here's a KTM 65 front fender. And what you'll see is they already have pre-drilled holes. So this is like a stock one. So you'll see it'll have 4 of them. And now I did a really terrible job, but this does work. Basically, what you need to do is you need to move the bolts closer in and then closer together on the back. So this is how I have mine. So here's from the top view. Looks kind of weird, right? But basically what this does is it allows it to line up for a mountain bike setup. That's going to take a little bit of trial and error. If you mess it up like I did, don't worry. It doesn't even matter. This is my second run. And you don't necessarily have to do this, but I Ronnie Macked mine and cut it on the back. And that's so that the front tire doesn't hit when it goes up. So I recommend doing that. You could try putting it without it. This one I never cut. And if it doesn't hit, I would just run like that, but I had to cut mine. Hardware, we're using the exact stock Surron hardware. If you have the spacers, cool. If not, whatever. These are stock hardware for the front fender. All right, I'm gonna get these things mounted up. Basically just slide it in and get them lined up how you need it, and then bolt them up. All right, guys. So with the new drilled holes, moved them back. I got the 2 bolts in. Fender's solid as could be. It's lined up straight with the wheel. Everything's good. On this one, I already have it cut, so it looks kind of weird. Yours should go down all the way here. It might hit the fender, so I recommend cutting it. So now we're gonna move on to getting the front number plate on. All right, so here's your number plate. It's got these 2 things in the bottom, one mounted on the top. So these guys just slide in right here. No big deal. All right, so if you've got the KTM one, it's gonna go through this mount, your front brake line. If you have the Husqvarna one, because you want to have the light, which I recommend for later, it's the same exact thing, same mounting system, everything, and it goes through right here. So KTM right now on, I would recommend getting the Husqvarna one. This one's painted black. I got a new one on the way, but I'd recommend getting this one, but this will work too. Guys, we got the number plate here sitting on there. See how good it fits? Fits pretty good with this mount. This prickly mount is like the whole hot ticket right here. Now I'm gonna have the bolt and spacers. Pull this thing back, slide the bolt through, run the spacers to get that nice gap we need. Bolt this thing up. All right, guys, so it's bolted up. The mounts are in the bottom. Everything is solid, boys, so we did it. Super simple, really easy. The only thing that's intimidating is that tap and die. But we're good. This is it. Boys, I'm not used to doing these tutorial videos, so I'm sure it's not the best quality. If you do have any more questions, comment them below. I'm going to be making another video showing off what I think is going to be the coolest mount on these bikes. The Husqvarna setup. I want to make a whole nother video on that. So if you have questions on like the tap and die or whatever, leave it in the comments. Everything's going to be linked below. Hopefully I'm set up with these companies before this video. If not, whatever. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully this helped you. And enjoy your good looking bike. Oh, also, I don't know if it needs a video, but this right here is called the Grit Shift V2 rear end. It's like 120 bucks. I'm gonna have a link below. It's all in my Amazon store. Yeah, boys, make your bikes look good. Have a good weekend.